about that there, collective. Someone needed an interruption, and it wasn't me. So back to it. Spirit, is there anything that we can utter to the collective here that's going to give them the inclination, to see what they don't want to? Someone doesn't want to see how big this blessing is. They might be feeling a little afraid of all of this because of this, but looking at the board, maybe there's only really a little bit of unresolved trauma that's left in this pool, shall we say, karma turning to dharma, or rather dharma that was interrupted in the process and became karma, but not for someone in the collective, for someone who came against the collective. So take that as it resonates. It's awfully specific. Okay? Don't let anything that happened in the past wear down your hope for the future or allow you to enjoy the moment, because it looks like at one point or another, you recognize your power. You recognize that, you basically are in touch with the world, and you could be quite literally in touch with the world, especially if you've got this 10 of Pentacles and 6 of Wands energy on the board, seeing that it's big. It is big. The collective is getting ready to celebrate, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, something you know about this offer, or you know about the celebration. Excuse me, there. And yeah, High Priestess. And that's how you know about it. You have a solid intuition. You know what's going on. Maybe you either astral project or see things, have visions, or have a strong third eye. And if, while we're talking about third eye, pardon the interruption there, Spirit, we got sodalite and lapis lazuli. I don't sell crystals, but if you want to add them to your own, shall we say, array of tools and psychic connections, these two are great. Don't mind any hand signals there, just a multifaceted gesture. We've got these two that work very well with clarity of the third eye and allowing for psychic visions to take place and communication with your angels and your guides. And I would urge you to work with what you're comfortable with. Yeah, Ace of Cups and 8 of Wands coming in. Yeah, this is a huge emotional, like, this is the love you've been waiting for. This is the love you deserve. I think you're working through, excuse me again, or already have and are sick of hearing about it and remembering your power, and really, like, kind of admiring how much that you've come through, which is a beautiful thing. Let's take it one step at a time and see where it is that Spirit would like to guide you. And Spirit, is there any other clarifiers as to our Rider-Waite Smith here that we would like to come forward? We'll get one more go around, Spirit, and then we shall, yep, Ace of Swords. This is the capital truth with a capital sword. Oops. And it is coming in fast, and someone wants this hidden, trying to hide off the board there. Someone does not want you to know that this is the absolute truth. If you have justice, I'm sorry, I would be surprised if justice didn't come out. We got a celebration, High Priestess and Hanged Man. There's obviously something that happened in the past that is coming to the light, and you may have been the, shall we say, victim survivor, and are now really, learning how to combat your own inner turmoil and receive. The opening to receive. It's one of the most humbling things that you can do, because really, when it comes down to it, Spirit is the one doing the work. And thank you for it. Spirit, Galactic Federation of Light, angels, ancestors, guides, anybody else that got in the mix that I wouldn't know to thank. Oh, big shout out and thank you to the Orishas. Fun fact, they oversee a lot of divination and tarot within our realm and space. So if you so happen to be connected to them, tarot may be something that's within your wheelhouse or calling or interest. And if you're guided to one of my messages, why don't you just, if you got mediumship or psychic intuition or ability, it's more or less of a tooting my own spiritual horn here, but I'm looking for some love out there. I know you are too, Collective, but if we're going to be talking about divination and tarot, there's really only a few ways that you can authenticate what someone is saying. You have to have your own intuition, or spirit's got to come into play and cleanse you and give you the information. Sometimes that's hard to take, but ultimately we're all connected, and there's nobody that couldn't help you out in some way, shape, or form, even if you're the trailblazer for the trauma. Me specifically, fun fact, I'm a suicide survivor, so the hangman on the board should by all means send me into a tizzy of maybe like a depressive episode, but ultimately I'm celebrating that I'm alive. That shit, excuse me, that was scary. It was definitely, people were celebrating behind the scenes too, and someone definitely got paid in the process of that. And I think if you're on to something like that, Collective, and again, only take this if it resonates, is that there are some things that happen behind closed doors that we don't talk about too much, because it's not designed to be talked about in a public forum. It's something that has to be handled with tact, grace, and humility, because the onset of circumstances to which life happens and we collide, there's a lot of room for margin of error. I'm going to clear the board here, and I'm going to go ahead and grab something else here in closing. We're going to try and keep it a little short this time, because that's a big one, and I know if you are guided, I didn't give a trigger warning there, so hopefully that delivery of information didn't bore you or snore you, and instead helped explore you. Let's see. I guess it was not important. Spirit will guide you, especially during a tarot reading. It is very interesting the way that it works. Yeah, look at that strength on the Rider-Waite. What do we got here, Spirit? Pocket Shaman. Mystic Shaman Pocket Oracle. I always jumble that bad boy. This is Carnelian. It looks like Jupiter almost, in my opinion. It is quite pretty. Helps with the lower three chakras, balancing, cleansing, and reminding you of your power. Alright, something quick here. Yeah, the sacrifice. Maybe somebody's just looking to let go of a few little things, and that might be all that's coming forward. Yeah, the sacrifice coming forward again somehow. Which was at the bottom of the deck. Spirit getting fancy on me. Alright, take it. The sorcerer. Yeah, someone's got to let go of something. Maybe black magic. Put it down now. You don't need it. If that's not for you, Collective, I hope you enjoy that. Last one. Pachamama. My goodness, what an illustration. Thank you again, and all praise to the Most High God for the continued elevation and support and ascension of the Divine Collective. And Collective, let's see what the sacrifice is. Let's dive right on into it, okay? I guess there's a trigger warning in there somewhere, but you're going to be strong. You're going to make it. The essence. To sacrifice means to make sacred. The sacrifice is an offering of gratitude made from the heart, a feast of love prepared for spirit. In olden days, sacrifices sometimes involved rituals in which blood was offered to the gods, which is something. For example, in the Bible, Yahweh preferred Abel's sacrifice of one of his lambs to Cain's offering of vegetables and fruits. In Middle America, however, Quetzalcoatl, the Lord of the Dawn, came to teach that spirit preferred our songs and our prayers to the blood of humans or animals. Nature does respond when you sing, whistle, hum, and chime along in it. Only use that to spread love and light and peace. And don't be weird and try and be out there singing siren songs to deers and chickens and that. That is some strange behavior. Okay, the invitation. The sacrifice asks that you offer to Spirit that which is most precious to you. Your offering will be sanctified and returned tenfold. You will be elevated to the altar at which you have been praying and meet the divine at the table with the heavenly feast. You are welcome guests in this banquet. Your heart is only worth offering. You can bring. Your heart is the only worthy offering you can bring. Life has been generous with you in so many ways. I want to read the medicine on this one because this is deep and I think somebody needs it. What is the one person or thing that you feel you cannot live without? It is time to offer all to Spirit so that it may unfold as it will. Do not cling to the old form or allow your sacrifice to weigh heavily upon you. You have sacrificed yourself and your dreams for far too long. Now is the time to rededicate yourself to your journey. When you make sacred, you open up the doors to infinite wealth. Do not delay. Thank you to all our ancestors and guides, and to the Most High and our angels for all the sacrifices that they've made on our behalf, for our protection, elevation, and for the entertainment. I mean, this is quality stuff, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I hate to jump through that and shift you positive, but hey, I'm just gonna spin you up along the way there. The Sorcerer. This is the source of dark power. The Sorcerer represents the destructive aspect of the human psyche and the self-centered behavior that harms others. It symbolizes the unconscious beliefs and ideas that foster separation, conflict, and scarcity. The invitation. When the Sorcerer enters your circle, you're being called to look at how your beliefs around scarcity and self-centered fear manifest in your world. Examine the destructive part of your psyche that misuses power or harbors feelings of resentment, vengeance, lust, greed, bigotry, or hatred. Perhaps you've harmed someone because of these dark tendencies. If so, all is not lost. You have only forgotten that all beings are interconnected and the universe is abundant. The Sorcerer arrives to challenge you to change your thinking. You're given a second chance. Correct your course and practice not blaming others for the darkness that lives inside you. Make peace with it and choose another way. I'm reading the medicine on this one. Have you been feeling out of sorts because you've been faced with your own character flaws and the pain that you inflict on others when you are out of alignment? Radical self-acceptance is called for now. You must reconcile these darker aspects of your nature so you don't behave irresponsibly and cause more harm to yourself and the ones you love. It's time to come out of denial and accept responsibility for your words and deeds. When you meet the energy of the Sorcerer with humility, this destructive power transforms into grace, which you can use in service to the highest good. Perhaps it's time to make amends. Do it. I will set you free from the shadows and let you step into the light. My goodness. We're going to continue forward with the message. I think maybe a little bit of grace is due for ourselves, because grace is the window to which we allow God to work through miracles. Be open to the wonder. Pachamama. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Pachamama represents the unconditional love that the earth has for all her children, including the stones, the plants, the animals, and humans. She is the goddess of earth, also known as Gaia, who pervades all creation in our planet. Thanks to Pachamama, our timeless soul can experience life in a biological body. The joy and pain we taste during our brief time on Earth are invitations to discover the boundless love of Pachamama. The invitation. You are a child of the earth.
Now is the time
To eat right, love right,
and be joyous, regardless of circumstances you may find
find yourself in. Be grateful for your life, your body, and all that nourishes you. Pachamama invites you to relish each breath. Embrace your joy and your pain equally,
and discover love through both.
Let Pachamama know how much you appreciate all her blessings with an act of service such as planting a tree, helping save an endangered species, or protecting
The ocean.
Big shout out to anybody who picks up trash that they did not throw.
Throw away. That is mighty
Kind of you.
and it does not go unnoticed.
Let Mother Nature
Show you
where she might need some.
some help. If you bout it
Like that, you know what I'm talking about. Answer the call.
call.
The medicine. You will still believe that you
You have been cast out of the Garden of Eden, that you are motherless and homeless,
You suppose that you need to work very hard
hard to survive or
to thrive. It is time to stop suffering. Let go of that old myth and realize you were given the garden to rejoice in.
and to become its steward.
Your melancholy is really a longing to return to the heart of Pachamama. Listen deeply to the mother who is always there for you,
Walk in beauty.
and honor all life. With that, collective, I'm going to love and leave you right about there. Leave a like if this resonates for you. A lot of love to you if it does. And I hope that you allow the love to pour in. Because you got to let it in. It's always an illusion that it's not knocking on your door. So, love you, collective. Until next time, I hope you're well.